Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel and happy Halloween to everybody who's celebrating. Hopefully you have your costumes, your candy ready to go. I for one am so excited to see the trick-or-treaters tonight and have Halloween for the first time in the new house. We talked to the neighbors a couple weeks ago and they told us that we do get some trick-or-treaters. So I immediately went out, I bought tons of candy, I threw up some decorations outside. Nothing really impressive, but we do have some pumpkins and some lights, and I picked up some really basic costumes for my husband and myself, and it is Jazzy's birthday, so it's going to be a celebration all around. Today, I am sharing what is likely going to be my one and only Sephora holiday savings event haul. We have the big bag. I know it looks a lot more impressive than it is. We just have some larger, heavier items in here. I placed a same-day delivery order. And I didn't even purchase this the first day of the event. I kind of waited. This time around, for whatever reason, I didn't feel that pressure like I needed to shop immediately. So I kind of waited. I edited my cart a little bit, and it is no surprise to anyone that I've been on a low buy this year. I really did not go crazy. I did pick up some really nice gift items and then a few pieces that I'm proud of myself because I waited to get the discount, but I've just heard so many great things about them. They're supposed to be some of the best new makeup launches of 2023, so why not? I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the heavy things in here because that way it will lighten the load a little bit. I have two candles here. Oh, this one. That was smart of them. It looks like they put a little protective piece of styrofoam in there. I love pumpkin. I know pumpkin can be polarizing this time of year. This is the Voluspa Spiced Pumpkin Latte Candle. And I remember when I worked at Nordstrom, the Voluspa candles were really popular and they always smelled really good. I think the price is really good. Oh yeah, that smells so nice. That smells like fall. I've been on a candle kick lately. I'm lighting all of my candles. I feel like I need more fall candles, and this is a really pretty one. I do love a luxury candle, but they got me with the spiced pumpkin latte. That just sounded too good to be true. And it does smell really nice. It's a little bit cinnamony, which I really like. My husband doesn't, so I may have to save this one and just wait till he's not home to light it. But I think it smells really good. I'm a huge fan of the Voluspa candles. Now this one is a gift. It's from Nest. It's their pumpkin chai candle, and if it's really good, I may pick up one for myself, but the Nest candles I think always make an incredible holiday gift. They do have their holiday collection available as well. But let's see. Show you what it looks like. I'm gonna be careful. So the jars are pretty simple, except with the holiday collection where you have the gold print. Ooh. Dang, this is really good. Well, that's why there's a price difference. I would say personally, I mean, it all comes down to preference, but I actually prefer the Nest. I pick up a little more pumpkin. I also pick up a little bit more chai, but not just straightforward cinnamon. It's really nice. This one is a little bit more smooth, a little bit more creamy. Again, a great fall fragrance, holiday. I think you can light this anytime actually, but this is my type of scent for the kitchen, for the living room, anywhere like that. I have to keep it safe and protected because unfortunately, this is not staying with me. Unrelated to Sephora, but for any of my fellow pumpkin lovers, if you live near a Joe and the Juice, I just had their pumpkin smoothie the other day. And it was so good. It was one of the best pumpkin-y treats I think I've ever had. Now I need to figure out what the recipe is, how they make the pumpkin smoothie. I'm sure it can't be too difficult, but whatever it is that they put in it, it was magic for my pumpkin lovers. So this I've talked about before. I think I talked about it. I've been eyeing it for a while. You've probably heard me mention this. This is the Farmacy Tea Harvest Green Clean Trio. I always look out for their trio sets. They always come out with new, interesting, limited edition flavors. But even the original throughout the year, I love it. I recently used up one of the fragrance-free versions. I do not discriminate. Give me any type, any style of Farmacy makeup melt-away balm. It is the best on the market in my opinion, and this one has really nice flavors this time. So it comes with warm vanilla chai, wild raspberry tea, and chamomile rose latte. All of those sound really good. Usually, I feel like they're fruity or citrus. They're a bit of a smaller size. This is 50 ml, 1.7 fluid ounces in all three. So I wouldn't say they're mini. I mean, you still get a really decent amount of product and it lasts such a long time. You don't need much of this balm. A little bit goes a long way. It's gonna take off all of your makeup, all of your stubborn eyeliner, even your stubborn brow products. That's usually where I really have to scrub. And then you wanna go in with your second cleanser. This is just the first step of the double cleanse process, but the Farmacy Green Clean is second to none. Next, we have one much needed hair restock. This is the Color Wow Money Mask with Chris Appleton. I absolutely love this hair mask, and I've been using mostly Kerastase products. I've been using my Blonde Absolute mask, and I really love it. This mask is so different from any other hair mask I've ever tried in that, yes, it does condition your hair. It probably helps strengthen your hair. The reason I love this so much is it detangles like no other. So anytime I apply the money mask, when I go to rinse this out, my hair just detangles like magic. It leaves my hair feeling so silky when I'm in the shower, and I feel like that's really important, especially because when your hair is wet, it's really vulnerable to damage. So I never like to really brush through my hair. And if you use a really detangling hair mask, something like this, then as you're doing your rough dry, as you're styling your hair, you don't have to go through and comb it as harshly. It says this is your rags to riches texture solution. This deep hydrating treatment is rich in Mediterranean plant-based proteins, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals. It helps to deliver super glossy, supple, expensive looking hair. So it does have proteins and antioxidants. Like I said, I think this is really going to be the best mask for somebody with extremely coarse, unruly hair. If you feel like your hair is always getting tangled or maybe it's difficult to brush through your hair, this is the best hair mask for you. Today I actually let my hair air dry. I went in with this Bumble and Bumble air dry cream, and I thought maybe I would just try it out and I would apply the air dry cream, let it air dry, and it would be really pretty and curly, and it's not. It didn't really work out the way I was hoping, so I just kind of pinned it half up and I'm gonna try again tomorrow. But my natural texture, let's see if I can find, I don't know if the camera will really pick it up, but my natural curl pattern or the natural texture is pretty curly. I'm just so used to straightening it that I think I've probably damaged the curl pattern. And I need to watch more videos and figure out how to style curly hair because the air dry turned out really poofy. I have just a few lip products here to mention. This is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Sweet Mint. I love anything mint, anything peppermint, and I really like the Summer Fridays lip balm. I keep the pink one, is currently in my purse, but I'm almost done with it, and I've been collecting all of these flavors, but I just really like this mask. I really like the convenience of the squeezy tube, and the flavors are always really nice. So I wanted to try this mint. It has a little bit of a taste to it, but the smell is really pleasant. This is actually very light, slightly mint, but it just puts me in the mood for the holidays. And I really like that light mint green packaging. And the second lip item I picked up is one of the Sephora lip liners. I love these lip liners and I think they're such a good deal. This is one of the best buys you can get during any of the savings events. This one is shade 01, the nudist. I'm so happy they had this in stock. Ooh, it's a fresh one. These glide on like a dream. They're long lasting, it's retractable. And I have several nude shades. They have a great shade selection. Also, I think their shade selection is underrated. Nobody talks about it enough. Sink or Suede, Creme de la Creme, those are two of my favorites. And then I wanted to try this one because I need something that's a little bit lighter. That is really pretty. I like that it's a true nude and it actually looks kind of coolish. Sink or Suede is also coolish, but it's a little bit deeper. I wanted something a little bit lighter. I have kind of a pink lip on today, but you will see me using this. I actually just finished one of the Buxom lip liners that was a similar shade. That's another one of my favorite formulas. The Buxom, I think it's called the Powerline lip liner. They're incredible, but for the price, the Sephora gel lip liners are just such a great deal. 30% off right now for everybody. Doesn't matter what tier you are. If you just signed up as a Beauty Insider today, you get 30% off, and I think they're maybe 15 bucks. Not bad. It looks like they threw in a deluxe sample, which is very nice of them. I feel like that's one of the downsides to ordering in store or doing a same day delivery is that you don't get the same promos. You can't throw in all of the samples like you can online, but they threw in this Amika Soul Food Nourishing Mask. Another little hair mask sample. It's a good size. Now let's get into the makeup. I have 3 items that I'm excited to try because I have heard so much about them. I caved and I purchased the Haus Labs foundation. People say this is the best foundation they've ever tried. And at this point, I almost feel like I'm destined to hate it because it's been built up so much on my mind. I feel like I've convinced myself that this is just going to change my makeup and I'm gonna have never seen anything like it. So we'll see. I'm going to try. I picked up shade 250 Light Medium Neutral. It's always sort of tough to figure out your shade online, especially because I sunless tan. So this is a clean, cutting-edge, long-wear foundation that delivers superior makeup performance without compromising your skin. It's infused with 20+ skincare ingredients. It's buildable, medium coverage, luminous second skin finish, ultra fluid, weightless formula. It sounds amazing. I guess I'll just break the seal and we'll do a little color match quickly. I remember when this came out, I feel like there were a lot of comparisons for whatever reason to the Makeup by Mario, which I really like. But people still say this is the best foundation they've ever tried. I give it a nice shake. I'm excited. I'm hoping it blows my mind. I've actually been really annoying lately. I've been mixing 2 foundations. I've been doing 1 pump of my Tom Ford Soft Matte and then 1 pump of the Makeup by Mario, and I've been mixing them together. And the combination actually looks so good on the skin, but I know that's ridiculous. I mean, that is a very expensive combination. The reason I started doing that is because of the shades. My Makeup by Mario is a little bit too light, and then Tom Ford was too dark, so I've been doing 1 pump of each so I don't waste it. I mean, it still has to oxidize, but I think that's pretty good. I mean, it's not outrageously light, it's not outrageously dark. And I like the shade just in general on the back of my hand. It doesn't look overly peach or overly yellow or orange. It's a really nice skin tone. Another product that I cannot escape is the Gucci concealer, and I broke my rule because I told myself I was going to use up 2 concealers before I purchased a new one. There were so many new concealer launches and I'm really happy with what I have, so basically skipped them all. I've only decluttered 1 concealer since I made that rule up for myself, but the discount, we had to just go for it. So this is the multi-use longwear concealer. It has buildable coverage and people say it's the best concealer they've ever used. I do really like the packaging. It's very beautiful. It feels really nice, feels very luxurious in the hand. I've always been a huge fan of the Gucci makeup packaging. And for shade, I just went with the lightest one, which this does look very light. I like a brighter under eye once I blend everything and I blend this with the foundation. It's not going to be quite as bright and it also tends to oxidize. Yeah, that looks really light. Wow. This might be the lightest concealer I have in my collection, which is great that they have a nice shade range. But no, I think once I blend this out with my makeup, it's gonna be perfect. I don't wanna waste it, so I'm just gonna kind of tap to see. And I've heard people rave about this concealer of all ages. It hasn't just been really young 20-somethings. I've heard it's great for mature skin or people with fine lines as well. So that's what gave me the hope. That's what inspired the purchase. I can't wait. I also could not skip this powder. I'm a huge fan of the Huda Beauty loose powder. I have a couple different shades and it's amazing. It's one of the best. And they recently came out with a pressed version. So I picked up the Cherry Blossom Cake in the pressed. This is the Easy Bake and Snatched Press Brightening and Setting Powder. Now, something I remember seeing, I think it was on TikTok, somebody mentioned that this does have mica in it, or it has some sort of reflective quality. So the loose powder is completely flat matte, whereas this is not. It has a little bit of a sheen. So I have a feeling I will probably use this as more of a finishing powder, not necessarily a setting powder. But I knew that going into it, I still wanted to try it. And I think for a pink powder, a finishing powder in pink is actually a little bit better than setting powder. I find myself, if I use a pink setting powder all over the face or underneath the eye, it can be a little bit too much, too pink. Immediately, I like the look of it. It looks very light, not necessarily super pink. Does it have? Oh, it does have a little sponge. Nice. So there's a little sponge down at the bottom. Should we test it out? Ooh, I'm nervous. Okay, I'll do a little bit on the sponge. I also think just a fluffy brush would probably do the trick, but let's see. It looks so bright. I'm a bit afraid if I used this powder to set the Gucci concealer, that might be too bright, but wow. I can see a huge difference, even just that. I actually don't see that much of a sheen. I think the sponge is breaking up my makeup a little bit. That was my fault. I shouldn't have started layering things. I actually think the finish looks fine. So this is another product that I am really excited to test when I have a bare face and I can do it justice. But I couldn't resist it. I've heard so many good things. For the most part, I've heard this powder is amazing, and because I love the loose version so much, I wanted to try it. And finally, we have a fragrance. I could not help myself. I have smelled this before, but I really liked it. This is a new launch for 2023. It's from Dolce Gabbana. This is Devotion. I actually think this bottle is really pretty. It's kind of simple, and then you have the kind of gaudy logo on there, but it's really nice. So the notes are candied citrus, orange blossom, and vanilla. I tried this for the first time when I was doing a Kohl's live stream, and I really liked it. Yeah, this is amazing. Oh, and what size did I get? I got the 50 ml. Because I have so many fragrances, that's a good size, but if I didn't have a huge collection, I might go with a larger size. It's so pleasant. It has a very realistic citrus burst. Slightly sweet, but then you almost immediately have the vanilla tied in. And just yummy, delicious. I would say this is probably more of a spring-summer fragrance. I'll be really excited to wear this for summertime, but it's really good. One of the prettiest designer fragrance launches, I think, of the year. Overall, I'm really happy with my haul so far. If this ends up being it and I don't purchase anything else throughout the rest of the savings event, I'll be happy because I did pick up a gift. And then the other items are things that I need. They're restocks or they're things that I delayed gratification. You know, I've wanted them for a really long time and I'm proud that I waited. I got the discount. The fragrance I kind of threw in there because I smelled it recently, but it's amazing. You know, this is a real standout fragrance. But that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing my haul. These are all of the pieces that I purchased this time around. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. I always love reading your recommendations and hearing what you are shopping for during the savings event. So drop me a comment. We will keep the conversation going there. As always, all of the products mentioned, everything on my face will be listed down below in the description box. I am also going to utilize the YouTube shopping tool if that's easier and more convenient for you. So you may see little pictures pop up throughout the video. Kind of looks like an ad, but it's just YouTube's shopping program, so you can easily shop the items that way as well. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.